Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's Redstone tutorial number 2 is all about the next Redstone components. In the components of today's Redstone, we are talking about comparators and repeaters. So if you don't know how to use those two Redstone components, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned to this video. Take care, and let's get on to the video. So first things first, we are talking about the Redstone repeater right here. So in order to make the Redstone repeater, we need 3 stones along like in that row, 2 redstone torches in those order, and a redstone dozen in between to make a redstone torch. So how do you use redstone repeaters? The redstone repeaters has many different things to do, but the first thing, and that's important, is the power of the redstone that can be extended. Well, that is the first one. As we all know, redstone has a limit of power up to 15 blocks long. After that, at the 16th block, which is this block right here, will now be no power. So that is the purpose of the repeater. So as we see from the redstone line A and redstone line B, redstone line A has only a straight direct redstone line from the lever until to the in front of the lamp. It has the length of 17 redstone dust, while in the redstone line B, from the source block itself and up to the repeater, that is 15 blocks, and in front of the repeater is a block. So if we power this lever, we'll see differences. Bam! Only the redstone line B is powered on. What does the repeater do is repeat the signal and reset it to the 15th power right here, thus making this on. As we see in the 15th line, power still has some sparkly, and until to the 16th, nope, it's not sparkling, and also to the 17th block, thus making it the redstone lamp don't turn off still. So as we also noticed, the further the redstone line backs from the source block, further it fades away until there's no power. So that is one of the use of redstone repeater. So the second use is by locking them. What do I mean? You don't need a padlock and a key for it to lock and unlock, but what it needs is another repeater from either both sides of it. So as we see, if we hit the button, it's on. What if we hit the lever here? It locks. It has a bedrock line over there. It locks. So what will happen if this thing lock and I power the button? Let's see. Nothing, because it locks. But how about if the line is off but you hit it and the power is still on but you lock it? Will it shut or will turn off or stay? Let's see. Well, we find it out. I'm so sorry. I'm so dumb at this. Again, take two, guys. Whoop. And I'm so sorry. It's just a sensitivity. So as we can see, the lamp is stayed on. What this locking method or mechanism is doing, it's locking the previous power, that the current power that's on the repeater, the one is being locked. So for example, if this repeater is off and you lock the off repeater, it will stay off. No matter what happen, how will you power it, it will stay off. But if the repeater, the current repeater is on and you lock it and the source block is gone, stay on. So that is the purpose of it. It also works with delay. So like that. See? You can lock it. With the delay also works. Same thing with here. So if we power this, that, see? There is a delay before it locks this thing. So that is another way, another mechanism that works with repeater. Let's go to the next one. So we're now here, the final one. So as we see here from this short thing, yes, as I said earlier, we can delay things such as this one. See, might take a second. If you are in Java and console edition, except for Xbox One Bedrock edition, with this proper setup, 4 ticks and 2 ticks is equal to a second. Again, 4 ticks and 2 ticks is a second in real time, because a tick is equal to 1/10 of a second. A tick is equal to 1/10 of a second. So if we have this setup right here, wait, yeah. So with this setup here, we can make a second. Not exactly, because in Bedrock edition, like this, my phone, I'm just using a controller. With this phone and with the other things, it needs much more delay, another 4 ticks, in order it to work. That's how you do it. For example, like the T flip-flop, I mean the double piston extender. As we all know, double piston extender is so basic to make. Alright. I might just make a quick one here. Excuse me. So we have here the piston, and we have here redstone on this setup. Might be wrong again. So sorry. Why did I do that? This is wrong. 4 ticks and redstone line coming into that. And 3, 2, 1. And there we go, as we expected. See? That, you never know. Take. So in Java edition, in Bedrock edition, Packet edition, it needs another it's times 2 of this. So instead of 2 ticks, it will be 4 ticks, because 2 times 4 is 4. So instead of 4 ticks, it will be 8 ticks, thus extending this. So like this, 4, 4, and a redstone dust. So that's how you make a double piston extender on Bedrock Edition. See, it makes a lot more harder because the game mechanics on this Bedrock Edition and Java Edition and PS3, PS4, Xbox 360 and Xbox One is really different with the Bedrock Edition. That's why Mojang needs to fix this. But for now, it's not really a big kind of a deal. So, we're done now in the repeater section of this tutorial. Let's move on in the comparator. So, we're now here in the repeater section. So, in order to craft the comparator, we need again the row of stone, 3 redstone torch in a triangle formation, and a quartz, nether quartz in the middle in order to create this guy, the comparator. So what is the use of comparators? So comparator does a lot of things as we see in this side compared in the repeater side. So comparator has 2 modes. It has the comparative mode and subtraction mode. So why would you ask if there's a redstone block? You'll see it later. So comparator, if we power this, what it do, it just copies the last signal. For instance, this is 14 because this is 15 and then 14, and this will be also 14. It will not reset to 15. That is different because if this resets to 15, that would be a repeater. Well, actually, it's possible to be reset to 15 if the source is in front of it. Like this, it will be 15. And also, not only repeaters can do a timer. Also, these guys can also do timers. And I'll give you an example later after all of these. Alright, so if this has a 14 and this is 15, what do you think will happen? It will cut off the line. Because this line, the side of the comparator is bigger than the back of the comparator, thus making it cutting off. What if this line is shorter than that? And I actually broke it. For example, this is actually shorter than that. It will not do anything, it will just continue. So that is the comparator mode. It's also simple. Well, what if it is the same signal, this is 15 and this is also 15? Well, what will happen is will stay on as long as it is equal in this either side of the comparator or less greater than the power of the side of the comparator. It will be stay off. Otherwise, it will be turned off. So that is the comparator mode. So let's head on to the next mode, which is subtraction mode. You can say it because there is some torch in front is lit up. So that is comparator mode. Subtraction mode. So as we see here, we have a row of redstone and levers. So if I flick the switch here, it will only be 1. As I said a while ago, it will copy the signal strength behind of the comparator, which currently is now 1. So it will output 1. I'll put a random signal, for instance, from this line, which is, how many is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So since it's subtraction mode, this line might go here. Boom. It's only 3 because is from here because this is 9 and this is 6. So 9 minus 6. Oh wait, I'm doing something wrong here. No, it's fine. It's actually correct because 9 minus 6 is 3. That's why it outputted 3 because 9 minus 6 is 3. But if I outputted back it to 9, 14, of course, it will be a negative number. Thus, it will not output any number. What if 14 minus, let's say, 12? Of course, 2. Well, math. So that is the subtraction mode. It just subtract the numbers. So if you want to have a display calculator in your Redstone world, and if it's a subtraction calculator, this comparator can help you. The subtraction mode. Alright, let's move on to the next mechanic of this comparator. The next one of the comparator is not really exactly chest, but actually it's more of like storage. Any storage. So as we can see, we have a block here, which is a solid block. And we have a comparator here. As we all see, it's off. If we place some item here, oh my god, it turned on. What if it's a transparent block like this one, the sea lantern? What will happen? None. Remember in my previous Redstone video, solid blocks can transmit power to another one, while transparent, they can't. So that is one of the things here. So speaking of storage, I will show you the different storage also that can hold items. I'll be back. Alright, so we're done spinning around. So we have first item is a regular chest, which obviously outputs power. And the next one is Z-trap chest, also outputs power. Next one is ender chest, which doesn't output power. Oh, so strange. Oh, that's strange. Well, never mind. So shulker box, transmit power. Alright, well, that is good news. And we have here a dropper, of course, also transmit power. We have here dispenser, transmit also power. We have here, I need to remove the power from the dispenser, for demonstration. And also this guy. Alright. So we have here, what's this? A hopper. Also can output things. We have also here a end, which I forgot to grab, and portal, which also transmit power. See? And I just broke it. And we have here cauldron number 1, which is a full cauldron. Cauldron number 2, which is, wait, I might do some wrong things here. For a while. which is a bucket here and a glass bottle. So we have different levels here, as we see. So we have a full and a halfway, and of course well, obviously, and we have also here things which also outputs power, brewing stand, and the item frame. And this item frame is really interesting to see. So if I rotate it, boom, bang, bam, and back to normal. Also this jukebox, as we see, that is the signal strength of that jukebox. Well, the cat is that. So comparator will change a lot of these things. So there are also some other inventory items that I didn't cover in this video, and you can discover it. Well, technical difficulties of the ender chests. I'm so sorry about that. I thought it was included in the list. So as we all see by the video, the bigger the space of the inventory, the amount of the ratio, of the redstone signal strength will also differ, and the lesser, like this dispenser and dropper, since it's all in 3x3, it will output more than these three, and also this dispenser. Of course, the hopper has only 5 slots, so it will output more than those. And since the cauldron has only 3 stages, it will output more than those. And brewing stand has a lot of things to output. And as I said, the item frame will spin it around until they get of the 15th strength, which is, I believe, it's, this, yep, that is, and the different music discs that you input. So a while ago I also said that comparators can also be a timer, a much more easier switchable timer. By what? By how? As we see here, this is a redstone comparator line, and I clicked the wrong button. Alright, have here redstone line. Since this is facing that, it will travel around. So let's see what will happen. Right. So what's happening right now is this is going in a loop. Right? What if I switch off? It will be turning off immediately. As we see, the longer it takes, it fades away. So if the comparator line is really long, it will also the signal strength will fade the longer, but it's not really necessary to use this because you can also use hoppers. So what is happening right now, this is 15, this will upload 15, which is this, and it will take the output from this guy, which is 15 and 15, and then this signal is 15 and 15. And then since it has no power, it will not be constantly 15. So this is 15 and then 14, and then 14, 14, 14, 14, and then 14, and then 13, and then so on until it gets to 0. So let's try it again. As we see, fades away. This is because every time it will really fade away. What if I do that? Will it still fade away? The theory is not. Because what's happening here is this is 15. And then 15 again. So even though this thing is off, still stay on because it's still 15. So make sure you time it right. Well, you get the wrong equation there. So there you go, fades. So comparator has a lot, and it also repeaters has a lot of things in Minecraft. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope, and yes, I'm working on my own skin, as I said in my previous live stream. I will make one of those. And this skin has a kitten, which is so cool. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye. Later, folks. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Oh yes, yes, I know you enjoyed it. Bye.